has made my job a lot easier that way. You know, next to him is the Kenny Young kid that we're talking about, true freshman, kid out of Louisiana. Sky's the limit for him. It's been exciting to see him progress this year. You know, as EK had said, he came in raw as most true freshmen do, but he's kind of found his way, and we found a larger role as the season's progressed. And yeah, he provides a physicality, you know, to our group. And then Myles is just Mr. Versatility. I mean, we call him a linebacker, but he probably plays more DB type stuff for us than anything, especially in our conference. It's so wide open. We'll ask him to cover wide receivers regularly. You know, he's amazing that way. I've never. He's essentially a corner in a 235-pound body. You know, his coverage skills, but at the same time can support the run, great tackle. And, you know, he's fun for me just to figure out different ways to use him and utilize that talent. You know, and then on the opposite side, Deion Hollins is he's become our pass rush specialist. You know, so it's been fun to see him. You know, he's another guy that. You know, we forget sometimes that Myles is a true sophomore and Deion's a true sophomore, and to see Deion get better as this year's progressed. And, you know, he's a guy that, you know, I think tackles think twice when they watch him on tape. You know, he's got some shit to him. Excuse my language.
Yeah. So is it just versatility and skills that play off each other and complement each other?
Yeah, they're very unique, each one of them. You know, which is what you want. You know?
What do you think Myles is at the next level? Do you think he's a linebacker? Do you think it's safety? What do you think he plays?
I don't know. I think about that all the time. You know, when I look at him, honestly, I don't know. You know, there's days where I say inside backer. You know, because he's so good off the ball, and he's gaining such better understanding of defense, and his eyes are improving, and he's got crazy range because he's so fast, and he can go sideline to sideline. You know, sometimes I think coming off the edge is his thing. You know. And then sometimes, like you said, I think maybe he's that down safety type guy that, you know, he can cover receivers, he can cover tight ends for sure, and he can cover running backs, you know. So it's, and then and he's got such crazy speed. He's got the range to play some safety stuff. So it'll be interesting, you know. At the end of the day, he's a true sophomore still. You know, he has so much room to grow, and he's improving daily, and you know, and then in that conversation too is running back. You know, so
when does he practice running back?
Never. You know, we'll do when we do, like, it'll be the last minute and a half of practice. They'll walk through his 4 or 5 plays. That's it. That's it.
And then Brett will tell him to play when he comes in.
Yeah. Just tell me run right or left. That's what he says. Just run right or left. He doesn't want any more than that.
How much do you want or need him to work on pass rushing through the offseason, or is that more of something that you see Deion and Tag filling in more next season?
Yeah, we'll see. You know, it's something that he you know, it's a work in progress. Pass rush is such a unique thing. It's not one of those. It's a skill that you can improve, but not to say you have it or you don't, but there is a bit to that. You know, it's like wrestling. It's like feeling leverage and weight distribution and understanding, you know, when to give, when to take, when to pull, when to push, and you know, there's guys that have a definite knack, like Deion Hollins has a knack for it. You know, he has crazy first step, and then he's got some, you know, he's got some stuff beyond that too. Tack, you know, the same way has that. We got some incoming freshmen next year that have that. You know, not to say he doesn't have it, but he's one of those guys that's so dynamic and versatile off the ball that, you know, that's, you know, that he is so exceptional there that sometimes, you know, we're amiss to blitz him or to bring him off the edge. Or, you know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you tell him to like watch certain players' film, or?
I mean, we do a little bit. You know, yeah, we do a little bit. And it's funny. He gravitates towards the DBs. You know, when he's covering, he's Revis. You know, when he's playing a safety type role, he's Cam Chancellor. You know, and so he messes around with that a lot.
Have you looked at Woodson film that played for the Cowboys? Didn't he play at Arizona State as a linebacker and then turned into an all-pro safety?
Yeah. Woodson's Pat Tillman did that too. Pat Tillman was that, you know, linebacker / rover at Arizona State, and he moved to safety with the Cardinals. He does safety type stuff for us already. You know, it'll be be interesting to see where he goes with this. You know, he just has a crazy talent. You know, I mean, he's been given a lot, but he also works his butt off. You know, he's trying to develop what he has. So it'll be fun to see where he takes his talent.
How do you summarize your defense or strengths? How do you describe it?
I think that, you know, as the year's kind of gone on, I think we found ourselves a little bit. You know, I think we came into the year thinking that we were going to be super simplistic and almost to a detriment in that way, because I felt like we became too reactive to offenses, and you know, and that's almost more of an NFL mindset. You know, a lot of NFL defenses have, and that sounds crazy. NFL defenses have less defense than a college defense, but that's the truth. You know, and it comes down to more. In the NFL, you can be so selective regarding your personnel, you know, to match exactly what you want to do. So we kind of found a balance between understanding our stuff at a high level and playing fast and physical and all that stuff, and putting some wrinkles in weekly that made the offense try to be more reactive to us, you know, and felt like that was it helped us become a better defense as the year went on, and they're embracing that. But we have strengths from the back end to the front. You know, we have guys like I talked about earlier with the linebacker unit, guys that have their own strengths and try to take advantage of them as best we can. I don't know if there's one word or, you know,
how does Coach Mora influence this? Head coaches have a lot of different ways of doing things.
Right. It's a mindset.
You coach a position, I mean, the defense that he knows a lot about.
Absolutely.
So how does that work? Your interchange of what you have, and
right. It's unbelievable to have him. You know, when we have, for example, when you have an exceptional player like Lockett, and he's a wide receiver, and Coach Moore is a defensive-minded guy, and even more so, he's a secondary-minded guy. You know, because he spent the majority of his career in that area. And, you know, so he'll have little tweaks and little twists and answers and things that we can, you know, incorporate into our game plan, which is always helpful. I'd say his biggest influence, though, is the mindset. You know, it's just playing with toughness and passion and energy. And you know, that's what he, I think, brings to the table, and that's something that's not just exclusively for the defense. That's, you know, that's for the entire team.
Are you in the press box or on the field?
I'm on the field, yeah.
And why do you like being on the field?
He doesn't know I'm on the field. I was on Sports Center on the field.
I was on Sports Center with Frank Martin when I said defense. Have you heard of that stand? So
I was on it for the wrong reasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you were on the field.
Yeah.
He's just checking to see whether you can dish it.
They were just having a conversation.
Venables yesterday
No.
from Clemson.
They beat the tar out of Oklahoma.
Yeah, but they have a get-back coach, a weight coach that
Pulls
grabs him literally
Right,
by the
every
hips
team
and
does,
pulls him
right.
back. Well, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
These guys. And he just yanks him back every once in a while. So I was wondering if you had a guy like that who's kind of keeping you from getting off the field.
No, I stay off the field for the most part, yeah.
So does Coach Mora give you much comments during the game about calls or anything? Or is it mostly just a strategy before and he lets you do your job?
Yeah, we talk a lot pre-game, you know, and then as the game goes on, if he sees certain rhythms that the offense, you know, however they're trying to attack us, whatever their plan, you know, that particular week is, you know, he'll give me insight and he'll give me little tips and reminders and little thoughts as we go, for sure.
Now, what about